Mojo said something about a rabbit hole earlier. Yeah, there's definitely potential for that. But I think Ryan. So, what do you do to keep yourself from getting meticulous and keeping yourself sane during this process of balance and all of this?
Well, the thing is, you don't just do stuff because you can.
Right.
If you limit yourself to doing stuff because it's what the song needs, you don't end up in a rabbit hole.
Right.
So I get my guitar blend. I'll
Yeah.
high pass that entire guitar bus, maybe singularly, maybe on multiple mics if I need to. But obviously, there's the kind of phase coherence component of using high passes on multiple source.
Yeah.
Um, it sometimes is better to just send those three guitar mics to one group and treat it as if it's one guitar.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I've committed my guitar sound. Now I can put an EQ on that. I put compression if necessary. I've never really used compression on guitar, so it's not really a thing. I might use, some saturation, some other stuff. But I treat those three blended down to one aux bus as if it's one guitar.
Gotcha.
I've made my decision and committed it. This is what I want to use for my guitar sound.
I gotcha.
So that's how I avoid the rabbit hole. I go, cool, I got a bunch of mics. I don't need to treat them all differently.
Right.
But if I wanted to, I could. I could go, you know what, the mid-range on this mic is amazing.
Yeah.
Let me cut out the rest of it, and let's just use that mic for just mid-range. The low end on this mic's amazing. The top end is amazing over here. You can choose to do that. But there is the whole diminishing returns thing, where at some point,
what do you mean by that?
The amount of time I spend working on tiny details in this guitar is not worth the potential benefit that I might get from it. I might spend an extra 6 hours and get 1% better guitar tone. But those extra 6 hours could have been spent creating automation to make the vocals feel amazing.
Oh, dude, I totally used that logic when I was studying code back in the day. I was like, if I go 3 hours and not checking my code, I'm going to spend 6 hours debugging it.
Right. Well, ultimately, if I can get 80% of the way to my guitar tone by getting this blend, routing it to a bus, then treating it from a bus. I mean, honestly, I'm probably 95% of the way there by routing it to a bus. And then from there, treat it as if it was one mic.